everybody, Dunkushay here. Welcome to another episode of Don't Disney Movie Reviews. As you all know, it's the Thanksgiving season, the time of the year when people give thanks to the pilgrims who sailed from England to America and eat a big feast. And to celebrate, I'm going to take 1 week to review an entire Disney movie franchise of at least 4 films. The franchise that I'm reviewing this Thanksgiving season happens to be a series of spin-off prequels to Peter Pan. Released to DVD on October 28th, 2008, the movie is Tinkerbell. The movie begins with a narration from Lorena McKennitt.
Have you ever wondered how nature gets its glow? Who gives it light and color as the seasons come and go? Who helps all creatures, great and small, to walk, to swim, to fly? Who crafts such tiny details? You might see them if you try. For it's all the work of fairies, but they stay well out of sight. And the first time that a baby laughs, a fairy's life takes flight. When the moon comes out to shine her face, the birds are fast asleep. And the lanterns hang from every post, the fairies leave the keep. They join their hands and sing their songs that nary a soul can hear. In the springtime when the earth is new, to the fairies they draw near.
A dandelion seed carrying the first laughter of a baby then makes its way to Pixie Hollow, which is part of Neverland. All the fairies in Pixie Hollow gather at the pixie dust tree for the arrival of Tinkerbell, voiced by Mae Whitman.
Hello?
Queen Clarion, voiced by Angelica Houston, then shows up and has Tinkerbell test her wings. The fairies then surround Tinkerbell with things that will help her find her talent to help out with the seasons. In the end, her talent is being a Tinker Fairy. She then meets 2 male Tinker Fairies named Clank and Bobble, voiced by Jeff Bennett and Rob Paulson respectively.
We're pleased as a pile of perfectly polished pots you're here.
Me too.
Come on, Miss Belle. There's so much to show you.
They show Tinkerbell around Pixie Hollow, mention that the fairies are getting ready for spring, and take her to their home, Tinker's Nook, which is in a ditch.
Oh.
Come on, there's so much to show you.
Oh, cute.
Just taking some supplies down to the
Taking
workshop.
supplies down to the workshop.
Let her go.
Watch out for falling.
Watch out for falling maple seeds.
Oh. Wow.
They then take Tinkerbell to her house, where they leave her to let her get settled, and she makes herself a new dress. Tinkerbell then rejoins with Clink and Bobble, and they tell her what Tinkers do.
We fiddle and fix.
We craft and create
We carve acorn buckets.
to hold flower paint.
We've saddles and satchels.
For birdies, you see,
Make baskets and bushels.
to carry the seeds.
When preparing for spring.
We do all this in more.
Yes, being a tinker is never a bore.
Got it, Bubble?
That was great.
The head Tinker Fairy, Fairy Mary, voiced by Jane Horrocks, then shows up and meets Tinkerbell.
She's new, Fairy Mary.
Nice to meet you.
Rapture! A new charge on whom we can lavish all our tinkering wisdom and expertise. Let me see those hands. Teetering teapots. So dainty. Don't worry, dear. We'll build up those tinker muscles in no time.
Okay.
Fairy Mary then sends the three out for deliveries, and on the way, they encounter sprinting thistles.
Oh! Sprinting thistles! Bubble! Bubble!
They then crash into Springtime Square.
Easy. Easy, boy. It's all right. Fawn's gotcha. Easy, easy, girl. It's all right. Silver Mist got ya.
Oh, you all right, Sugar Cane?
Be careful, Rosetta. She may faint.
Elevator legs.
No, wait. I mean her head. Wait. Okay, if she's red, raise the head. If she's pale, raise the tail. Does she look pale or red?
She looks squished.
Sorry.
They then hand out the supplies to the other fairies, like a rainbow tube for a light fairy named Iridessa, voiced by Raven Simone, who tells Tinkerbell that she's going to take it to the mainland.
What's the mainland? It's where we're gonna go change winter to spring. The seasons change all the time there.
I'll get to apply my artistic sensibilities.
And I'll have breakfast ready for all the little fuzzies coming out of hibernation.
We just follow the second star, ride the breeze, follow the waves.
All the way across the sea.
And then there it is.
Wow. The mainland sounds flitterific.
The three Tinkers then leave. Tinkerbell sees a fairy and flies off to talk to her.
Hi there. Sorry. Video, right? We didn't officially meet. I'm Tinkerbell.
Oh, yes. The new girl.
That's right. So, what's your talent?
Vidya, voiced by Pamela Adlon, explains to Tinkerbell that she's a fast-flying fairy.
I make breezes in the summer, blow down leaves in the fall. My winds even brought you here, dear. Fairies of every talent depend on me.
Hey, that's just like what I do.
Excuse me?
I mean, Tinkers help fairies of every talent too, so we're kind of the same, you know?
Sweetie, I make forces of nature. You make pots and kettles. I work up in the sky, and you work down in a ditch.
Hey.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Sunshine. Being a tinker is really swell and all, but I wouldn't go around bragging about your talent. It's not like spring depends on you.
Of course it does. And when I go to the mainland, I'll prove just how important we are.
When who goes to the mainland?
Me, of course. For spring.
Oh, of course! You'll prove it, huh?
Yes, I will.
Well, I, for one, am looking forward to that. Excuse me.
No, excuse me.
Tinkerbell then flies off to the beach where she finds some lost things. She then takes them home with her and shows them to Clink and Bobble.
Hey, Tink, what you got there?
Oh, hi. I don't know, I just found them.
Lost things.
Lost things.
Aye, stuff gets lost and washes up on Neverland from time to time. You know, from the mainland.
These come from the mainland? That place sounds more fascinating all the time.
But then Fairy Mary confiscates them and says that they have to get ready for the Queen's review.
Sorry about your trinkets, Miss Belle.
Well, we'd best be getting ready for the review anyway.
What is the Queen's review?
You see, the Queen is going to review all the preparations for spring.
Yeah, it's a good time for us tinkers to show what we can do, eh?
Oh, indeed.
Really?
Like me. I can be a wheel.
Perfect. That's my chance.
So Tinkerbell gets to work and builds some gadgets. At Springtime Square, everybody's getting ready for the Queen's review, and then Queen Clarion arrives.
Queen Clarion, your illustriousness, as Minister of Spring, I welcome you to Springtime Square.
What? No fireworks, Minister?
Oh, well, I guess that could be arranged. Sure, light fairies? Light fairies?
I'm teasing. You always make such a fuss, and everything always turns out wonderfully.
It's very good. Well, I think you'll find that we have things well in hand. When the Everblossom blooms, we'll be ready to bring spring to the mainland.
Music to my ears. I know you've all put in months of practice and preparation, but keep up the good work these last few days, because just as fairies...
Clarion!
Tinkerbell then arrives with the gadgets she made for Tinkers to use on the mainland and shows them.
First, baby chipmunks can't eat the whole nut, right? Their little teeth can't chew big bites. So, you just crank back this lever and it's... Whoops. It's kind of a work in progress.
Yes. Very clever.
Oh, and I made this too. It's a flower sprayer.
Tinkerbell,
Here, allow me to demonstrate. Sorry.
Queen Clarion then explains to Tinkerbell that only the nature talent fairies go to the mainland and Tinkers work in Pixie Hollow.
But I thought that...
I'm sorry, Tinkerbell.
Oh! Okay, no, that's good. I mean, I really couldn't make it anyway, so... Good. Yeah, this actually works out good. I mean, well... So, I'm just gonna... Yeah.
Tinkerbell returns to Tinker's Nook where she asks Fairy Mary why Tinkers don't get to go to the mainland when all the other fairies do.
Now, Tinkerbell, are you a garden fairy?
Well, no.
Are you a light fairy?
No.
Animal fairy? Water fairy, perhaps?
No and no.
No, you're not. You are a tinker. It's who you are. Be proud of it. The day you can magically make the flowers grow or capture the rays of the sun and whatnot, then you can go. Until then, your work is here.
Good idea, Fairy Mary.
The next morning at the Pixie Dust tree, Tinkerbell tells her friends that she's no longer going to be a Tinker Fairy and maybe she can switch her talent.
Switch your talent? I don't know, Tinkerbell.
If you could teach me your talents, any of them, maybe I could show the Queen I can work with nature too. And then she'd let me go to the mainland for spring.
Oh, Tinkerbell, that's just not how it works.
Well, maybe she could.
She's right, she could.
Well, I've never heard of someone switching talents before.
She's right, me neither.
Look, You all do things that are beautiful and magical and important. But me, well, there's gotta be more to my life than just pots and kettles. All I'm asking is that you give me a chance.
So they agree to give her a chance. Silver Mist, voiced by Lucy Liu, starts by showing Tinkerbell how to be a water fairy by putting dewdrops on spider webs.
Just cup your hands like this, reach into the water, and... Okay, you've heard of a dewdrop? This is a don't drop. That's water fairy humor.
It's good.
Come on. Okay, Tink, now this next part can be a little tricky. It takes a very steady, delicate hand to...
Tinkerbell then tries to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Shake that one off. Shake it off. You can do this.
That's it. That's it, Tink. You're doing it. You're... Oh!
Now, Tink, try to... No, sweetie, you need to... Well, maybe if you...
Well, you have to admire her persistence. Tinkerbell. Although, sometimes hammers glow... for a reason.
Whoa.
Later that evening, Iridessa tries to teach Tinkerbell how to be a light fairy by giving fireflies light. Tinkerbell then tries to do it, but it doesn't work out either.
Stay! Here, Tink, let me. No, I almost got it. If I just get you started. This is impossible! Look out! Oh no.
I wonder how it's going.
Fly, Tink, fly!
Uh-oh.
We'll save you, Tink! Bob and Weave!
Cover your tushy!
The next morning, Fawn, voiced by America Ferrera, tries to teach Tinkerbell how to be an animal fairy by teaching baby birds to fly.
First, you have to get their attention. Smile and establish trust. See? Okay, open your wings, honey, and flap them up and down, up and down. That's the way. Faster, faster. That's right. Yes, you're doing it. Okay, come out this way a little bit. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. You got it. Keep flapping. Keep flapping.
Tinkerbell then tries to get a nervous baby bird to fly, and what do you know? It doesn't work out either.
This is not working.
After that failure, Tink sees something that she thinks is another fairy in the sky, but it's actually a hawk, which are predators to fairies. Tinkerbell takes shelter in a tree, which Vidya is also hiding in. The hawk's about to attack Vidya, but then the other fairies manage to shoo it away.
Are you okay, Vidya?
Ugh.
Let me help you.
Don't touch me! I'm fine!
But I was only trying to help.
Well, stop trying.
Tinkerbell... I can't hold water. I can't hold light. Birds hate me. I'm just so useless.
Tinkerbell then flies off feeling useless, and she finds a disassembled music box which she manages to fix, and her friends come by and watch her. The others are impressed by Tinkerbell fixing the music box, and Rosetta, voiced by Christian Chenoweth, tells her that she was just tinkering.
What? No, this isn't. I was just.
Oh, creating those gadgets, figuring things out, fixing stuff like this. That's what tinkering is, sweetie.
Don't you like doing this? Isn't it what you really love?
Yeah, who cares about going to the mainland anyway? Well, I do. Remember? I want to see where these things come from. Why are you saying this? Are you just giving up on me? I mean, aren't you going to teach me to be a garden fairy anymore?
Oh, sweet pea, I think this is your talent.
Tink, we just want you to be happy.
If you really want me to be happy, you'll help me get to the mainland like you promised.
Please, Tinkerbell, just think about it.
Tink then visits Vidya to ask her to teach her how to be a fast-flying fairy.
Please, I know I could do it. With your help, I could be flying as fast as you in no time. Vidya, you're my last hope. All my friends have given up on me. Rosetta won't even try to teach me to be a garden fairy now. I bet I could at least paint some flowers or plant some sproutlings. I mean, there must be something I could do.
Or, if you really want to be a garden fairy...
So Tinkerbell sets up a fence and gets ready to capture the sprinting thistles, but Cheese the mouse is not sure about this.
Oh, come on. They're just weeds. Besides, there were only 7 or 8 at the most, right? Yeah! Oh, we can do this. I know we can do this. What do you say? Attaboy.
They then ride off.
Yeah! Hey! Come on, you! Oh, come on! Just a bit this way! It's working! It's working! Come on! Wait! Come back! Come back! Oh, these things just won't listen! Now, come on, Cheese! Go! Okay, definitely more than 8!
The thistles destroy the corral and run through Springtime Square, destroying all the preparations for spring.
Tinkerbell? What did you think you were doing?
I was just trying to... I thought if I could capture the thistles, then...
There isn't a garden fairy alive who can control those weeds. What were you trying to prove?
She's right, Tink. This has all gone too far.
Queen Clarion then shows up, sees the mess, and Tinkerbell admits that she caused it.
It was all my fault.
Tinkerbell.
I'm sorry.
That night at the Pixie Dust Tree, Tinkerbell arrives, Terrence, voiced by Jesse McCartney, then arrives, and Tinkerbell tells him that she's going away forever.
Forever's a pretty long time, so I hear.
Thanks, Terrence.
You know my name?
Well, sure. Why wouldn't I?
Well, I don't know. I'm just the Dust Keeper guy. I'm not exactly seen as the most important fairy in Pixie Hollow.
Terrence, what are you talking about? You're probably the most important one there is. Without you, no one would have any magic. Why, your talent makes you who you are. You should be proud of it.
I am.
I better get going.
Tinkerbell heads back to Tinker's Nook. She finds her lost things and gets an idea. At Springtime Square, Queen Clarion tells the other fairies that spring won't be happening, but then Tinkerbell shows up and says there's a way they can fix everything in time.
Tinkerbell, I don't think this is the...
Just hear me out. Please. You! How long does it take you to paint a ladybug?
I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, I guess?
See? We can build more. I can show you how. Making paint, gathering seeds, we can do it all in no time.
However, Vidya reminds everybody that Tinkerbell's the reason for the mess, and they get into an argument.
What is your problem, Vidya? Why do you think you're so much better than me?
I am better than you, sweetie. I didn't ruin spring.
At least now I'm trying to help. Have you ever helped anyone besides yourself?
Well, I tried to help you. Maybe I should have told you to capture the hawk instead of the thistles.
Perhaps Tinkerbell was not the only one responsible.
So as punishment for also being responsible for the destruction of spring, Vidya is forced to return all the sprinting thistles to Needlepoint Meadow as soon as possible.
But that could take forever.
Then I suggest you get started. Now, Tinkerbell, are you sure you can do this?
Yes. Because I'm a tinker. It's who I am. And tinkers fix things. But I can't do it alone.
So everybody agrees to help Tink, and the first thing they do is find lost things.
Okay, what have you got?
How about this? Will this do?
Can you use this fuzzy thing, Miss Bell?
Oh, yeah.
It's not fuzzy.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
They then build gadgets to help with things like making paint out of berries and painting ladybugs, and miraculously they manage to get everything done by sunrise.
did it, Tinkerbell. You saved spring.
We all did it.
Tink's friends then ask Queen Clarion if Tink can go to the mainland, and Clink and Bob will show up with the music box.
Actually, I ran across this myself many seasons ago. I didn't have a clue what it was or how to fix it. But you did, Tinkerbell. You are quite a rare talent indeed. And I'd imagine there's a little girl out there who's missing this.
What do you mean? How?
I think that perhaps a certain Tinker Fairy might have a job to do after all. On the mainland.
You mean I knew
Oh, we can help, Miss Bow.
I'm strong.
Come on, we gotta go line up. Thank you, Your Highness. Oh, but how will I find who it belongs to?
You'll know. Now go.
So Tinkerbell and the other fairies fly off to the mainland, and Clink and Bob will go too.
The blanket of snow is all gone. Each flower waits for the sun, and the whispering tears of the rain holds promise for everyone. Then come away with me, friends. No matter where you call your home, with a light in our hearts, we will never part.
Fairies to the
No
north,
matter how far
fairies to the
we
south, to the
roam.
east and west.
Deep in the forest we go. Creatures are all fast asleep. With a kiss and a wink we will waken our souls. Not soon our work will be done. All gathering now one and all. No matter what all we may do, let the stars fill your soul when the moon cried her song. So to yourself be true.
Tink then flies off with the music box to find its owner. She leaves it on the windowsill of a little girl's bedroom, and that little girl happens to be Wendy Darling.
Mummy, guess what? Guess what? Yes, Wendy? What is it, darling?
Tinkerbell then flies off, and the movie ends with another narration from Lorena McKennitt.
A fairy's work is much more than at first it might appear. Suppose your broken clock ticks, though it hasn't in a year. Perchance you find a toy you lost, or jingling bells you hear. It all means that one very special fairy might be near.
And that was Tinkerbell. My thoughts? I loved it. In the end, I give this movie a perfect rating of 5 gold stars. Well, that's it for Tinkerbell. Be sure to join me tomorrow when I'll be reviewing the next film in the franchise. And if you enjoyed this video, then please tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button.
Watch all the flowers dance with the wind. Listen to snowflakes whisper your name. Feel all the wonder lifting your dreams. You can fly. Fly to who you are. Climb up on your star. You believe you'll find
heavy?
No, it's light.